So the answer would be, one, given our size and complexity and the diversity, I would say there's huge opportunities for innovation. And if you look at India, we've moved up the innovation index from in 2015 to now. So that tells you innovation is happening. Second, if I look at my own industry, tech, India is now the third largest startup base for technology in the world. So 2 data points to say absolutely yes, innovation is on the rise. If I look at is it widespread, I would say yes, it is across industries, but also more importantly, we're starting to see innovation happening in what would be called Bharat, whether it's in healthcare or education or financial inclusion or agriculture. Lots and lots of little technology innovations that are starting to happen. So obviously, if you're committed to inclusion and diversity, it cannot be an ad hoc, and it cannot be done by one corner of some little HR department trying to follow it. It has to be a commitment from the top. It has to be a business strategy. So for Accenture, we made a very public commitment. Our CEO, our late CEO, made a public commitment that we'll be 50-50 by 2025, and we are well on our way to it. So once that commitment is made and measured, then like a strategy, everything else follows within the business. Second, there have to be enabling policies all around, policies and mechanisms to support all the inclusive efforts, whether it is to support women in their growth, or it's assistive technologies, or it's learning, all of the rest of it. And third, there has to be a culture of equality, and that has to be created.
Right.
What role can technology play? Technology can play a very big role. I mean, whether it is in providing learning or it is in assistive technologies, because I'm talking inclusion, not just gender diversity, right? Or in even things like using AI to make sure that there's no bias in hiring, and that's one of the experiments we're doing internally within Accenture. So technology can play a really big role, and technology is also creating new roles, which makes it easier to be inclusive. If it's important, then you're going to measure it, right? And there would be 2 different measures. One would be the input measures, whether there it's hiring or promotions or retention, and retention not just of not just gender, and I have to keep saying that, people with disabilities, LGBT, the entire spectrum. So that's the input measures really. And then output measures really would be things like, one, because we are saying equality is equal to innovation. So has that happened? How have we had new products or services come out? 1. 2, in the outputs also, what has happened to our pyramid, right? And if you're saying that are women at the top now, are more women in leadership positions? So all of those would be measures that one would have to look at. And the last but not the least is the financial measure, right? And enough data has shown that when you have a diverse team and a diverse leadership, especially women in the boardroom, financially those organizations do better.